Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. And today we're going to be looking at PS3 game prices. You guys remember I did a video on the PlayStation 3 store closing when it was allegedly closing at the time, and during that time a lot of PlayStation 3 prices like skyrocketed and everything like that. So there was a lot of crazy hype going on. People wanted certain games or whatnot. But now, a couple months later, which I wanted to wait for, the prices are a bit different now. So in this video we're going to take a look at some of the prices of these games now and which ones I think are going to stay valuable and which ones are not. So let's get right into it. Alright, so first game we're looking at here is Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse I thought was a valuable game before the whole PlayStation 3 store closure. And as you can see right here, this price, this is what it was going for at GameStop for a long while. I really remember it was going for this price probably almost like around 2 years. Might have been even longer than that, but that's what it was going for. If you guys remember, I did that before They're Gone series. I was telling people they should pick this game up. One of the reasons I was saying pick it up because a lot of people don't realize that the original 3 Splatterhouse games are included on this. You can unlock them as you play through the game. Still, a lot of people don't know that to this day. Once people started figuring that out, though, I think the game became valuable, and it's more valuable than 360 Counterpart. I thought the 360 Counterpart would probably be more because I thought it was backwards compatible, but I guess I was wrong. But this is one of those games that I feel like it's going to stay up there in price, and I would say it wouldn't go over 100 really, but it's going to be kind of go towards that way. So this one's going to probably stay valuable, but if you can find it for cheaper than that, definitely pick this one up. Puppeteer, another game that nobody cared about until the PlayStation Store was allegedly about to close. This was going for over $100 during that time, and now you guys can see how the price has scaled back down. So the game will never go back to what it used to be, but I think these are like decent prices. I think a decent price for it is probably what it was going for retail. I think that was around $15 and whatnot. But you can see there's bids going on them right now. There's one buy now for $62, probably with shipping. It's trending at $70 right now, so that's better than what it was a couple months ago. But yeah, here it is. I think this is a really solid game. Unfortunately, that lives and dies on the PS3 system. So I don't know if Sony will ever care about porting this to the PS4 or PS5. But if you see this one for a good price, you might want to pick it up. Tales of Graces F. This one was going up in price for a while during that whole PlayStation Store, but the thing was about this one, people didn't realize they could just get the PAL version for really cheap. Now, that one was going for $30, so you can still see it's going for $30 from this seller. This guy sold 92 of them, so that whole PlayStation Store closing must have been really good for him. But the American version of the game was going for almost like $80 to $90 from what I remember seeing. Is it worth that? No, hell no, it's not worth that. But it is a Tales game. You guys know how I feel about the Tales of series. They're really good games. I like Tales of Graces F a lot. I think this is a really good game, even though a lot of people don't agree with me about it. But this is like one of those games that people should be looking into. And honestly, I would get the PAL version of the game because I think that version comes with a manual, but I could be totally wrong with it. Wait, the American comes with a manual too, I forgot, so never mind. Just get the cheaper version if you decide to get the game in English. Either the PAL version or the English version. I would definitely go with the PAL version now because it's cheaper. Alright, so next up we have Dragon Guard. Well, Dragon Guard 3. So this one was going for like I think over $100 for a while during the whole PlayStation Store. But what I didn't realize was the collector's edition was going for a lot of money. That was the one that everybody would seem to be going after. You can see here some people are trying to charge $100 for the game. Is it worth it? I don't know. If you like the games like Nier and stuff like that, you know, it's really up to you. But the collector's edition came with some crazy stuff, if I remember correctly, and that was going for like I think people were trying to sell it for $200-300, probably even more than that. Wow, here's one right here. So collector's edition, $650, brand new and rare. The key word, rare. But Dragon Guard, I mean, Part 3, I mean, it was cool. I mean, my favorite out of the Dragon Guard series is Part 2. I thought that was the best one. Very well done game, but yeah, if you like this game, you might want to pick it up, but try to pick it up for a decent price. Asura's Wrath. This one had jumped up for a bit as well. You can see someone selling a complete copy here for $109. This is another game that probably lives and dies on the 7th generation. So yeah, it's a solid game. It's a very cinematic experience. You know, you're gonna get something out of it. But this is one of those games that Capcom made where you have to download DLC to really have a complete experience, especially with the ending, unfortunately. So I know we talk about the PlayStation Store closing and everything like that, and they said they're going to stay up. But remember, even though the store is up, that doesn't mean that these companies can't pull content out of the store. So don't let that whole thing fool you about the store still being open. People are still pulling content from the store. So just be aware of that. But this game being worth $100, no way. But if you can find it for cheap, you know, probably pick it up. Shadows of the Damned. This is Joel's favorite game on the PS3. He loves this game a lot, even though the 360 version is much better. This is a really solid game, and unfortunately it didn't really sell well. But during the time of the store, it started to go up almost to over $100 from what I remember seeing. Of course, you see it's gone back down a lot. It's going for what it was for retail now, around 60 bucks. This game would have sold a lot better if they went with a Japanese cover for it. What you're seeing here, this cover is sick. It's got dude with his girl, but unfortunately they decided not to give us this cover. So when people saw the American cover for this game, they're like, "What the hell is this?" You know. So it didn't sell well, unfortunately. But definitely worth the price it is now if you want to pay retail for it, which is like 60 bucks what it cost when it came out. I would say if you can find it cheaper, of course, do that. But just let everybody know the 360 version is superior. Next up, we have Arcana Heart 3, Love Max. This one, actually, I saw this one selling for $100 and a little bit up during the whole PlayStation Store. This is a cool fighting game. I like the Arcana Heart series. I have all 3 of them. But is it worth $100 or more than retail? No, not at all. And that's why I was telling people they should download it from the store if they wanted to play it. The prices were too high for a physical. But now you guys can see that they've died down. Some people got the Japanese version. Here's one right here. It sold for kind of what it went for retail, $54.99. One here sold for $100, but that's with another game. $53. People asking for a starting bid at $75. Yeah. You can probably still find this one cheap if you know where to look. Here's somebody got away with selling it for $24.99, so not bad. But yeah, Arcana Heart, definitely a cool game. 3D Dot Heroes. So this is a very unique game. Lives and dies on the PS3. This is one of those ones that's going to stay valuable, I believe. You know, the price you're seeing now is definitely what you're going to see it go for, and then over time it'll probably increase, I would say. Just one of those games that's going to keep its value. Obviously Atlas published this, so you know there's a limited amount out there, but definitely a game worth having in your collection. Lollipop Chainsaw. Man, this game is insanely good. I was surprised by this one, how good it was, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just look at a listing for it, because I just went straight to one of the pages here. And let's see here. So, okay, so $70. That's for the PAL version of it. And this guy's asking for $75 for it. These were going for over $100. Here's a Japanese copy of the game, but it is in Japanese, but still very playable. I don't know if there's a language option that you can switch in the Japanese version. I don't think there is, but I could be wrong about that. And then here's one for $80. So this one was trying to skyrocket for a bit, but people weren't buying. Oh god, I gotta close this stuff out, sorry. But anyways, people are not falling for a lot of these fake prices sometimes, or the fake hype, I guess it is. So this one came back down, and that's freaking awesome. It did, you know what I mean, because this game shouldn't be over $100. It's a good game, but over $100, no way. You know, like I said, the most I could say for a lot of this stuff, retail price, or what it originally came out for. So There's that one. And the King of Fighters 13, also known as KOF 13, or what I call it, King of Fighters. So anyways, this one is an Atlus published title. You guys know what that means? Atlus only did a certain print run of these. I know it's a popular fighting franchise, but these went up and people were like all over it. So I've seen these go for almost about $100 for the PS3 version. 360 version, I got lucky and got mine for around 30-ish about a year ago, or not even a year ago, maybe about 6 months ago. Very good fighting game, but this one's gone down, thankfully. Now looking at these prices here, I don't know what these people are charging for shipping. So matter of fact, let's look in here and see what they're charging. So this first one here, $84, $5 shit, like okay, $5.85 for shipping, cool. But I don't know about the price, but the shipping's fine. Now this one for $60. Let's see what that's going for with shipping. $6 economy. Okay, so they're not trying to charge crazy shipping for this stuff, which is good. So, very good fighting game. The last of the sprite-based King of Fighters games. But it's if you want to pay this price for it, I mean, this. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, basically, if you want to pay that price, you must be a serious fan. You know what I mean? So, definitely. I would say it's one of my favorite King of the Fighters game when it comes to story and everything like that. But yeah. Next up we have Folklore. Folklore, I had this game, and when it was selling for a lot of money, I tried to play my copy of the game because you know I figured like it's been a while. I said it's time to try this game out and play it a little bit more. I played it years ago when it first came out. Fell off from it. Matter of fact, I don't even think the game has a trophy system in it. I could be wrong though. It might have a trophy system in it. But I tried to play it again recently, and I was like, there is no way I'm playing through this game with the whole 6-axis, shaking the controller, all that stuff. I was like, that stuff gets on my nerves. So I sold my copy of the game. But now it's going for, I think my copy went for like, the bidding went to like $80 or something like that. So you see them here going for $72, $25, that's the bidding, $78. So it's kind of like scaled down to that because this is another one that was going for over $100. I don't think this one's even worth over $30, but being that it's an exclusive to the PS3, lives and dies on the system, you never know how people feel about this one in the future. Do I think it'll keep its value? It's hard to say, honestly. I don't think it will, but who knows. But Folklore is down to like around $80 instead of like the $100 and $120 I was seeing it go for. Did we already do Asura's Wrath? We sure did. Saw 2, Flesh and Blood. A lot of people don't know there's a Saw series on the PS3 and Xbox 360. The first game is actually decent. Second game, not so much. But if you're a fan of the first game, you might like this one. It's hilarious. I mean, with the way this game plays sometimes and certain events you go through, but it's pretty monotonous, I would say. It tries to take a lot of stuff in the first game and just, I don't know, just try to run with it again, but it doesn't work well. This one's always been kind of rare even before the PlayStation Store, but it has kind of like peaked, I would say. $84 is probably the highest you're going to see it go for maybe a couple years, who knows. This guy's asking for a disc-only version for $90. Wow, that's pretty insane. I guess a better way to get these is maybe get the PAL versions. I guess they might be slightly cheaper, but honestly, you'll be better off skipping Saw 2 and just playing Saw 1. But a lot of people will not do that at all. They gotta have the collection, so there's that. But nowhere near the price it's going for. Time Crisis: Rising Storm. I had an extra copy of this and I traded my buddy Kobe for it. This was going for like about $80 to $100, a little bit more if I remember right. But now you guys can see it's gone down. I really think a lot of people just weren't like buying onto that stuff, like those prices raising like that. Nobody was buying it. I mean, there was a very few that were doing it, but I mean, they came out and they were gone. So obviously these people want to sell their games, so they had to drop the price to a decent price, which is what this game was going for retail. If you haven't played the Time Crisis series, this is a trilogy of the Time Crisis games. Well, like There's two of them. There's Time Crisis Rising Storm, which is like its own little side story game. Time Crisis 4, the arcade game. Pirates, let me see what it's called here. I totally forgot. There we go. Dead Storm Pirates. And yeah, that's it. So those 3 games. Definitely a collection worth having if you like rail shooters. The Pirates game is a lot of fun. And this is another game that pretty much lives and dies on the system. They're not really making a lot of rail shooter games these days. And if they do come out, they're coming out for like current like systems like the Switch possibly. You guys know about the House of the Dead remake. But like I said, going back to this, it's good that the price has kind of gone down. Look at the PAL version is going for $44 with free shipping. So they're identical to the American version. But yeah, there's that one. Blades of Time. This one was going for over $100 for a minute too. This game sucks. And I'm sorry to say that. You know, I wanted this game to be really fun. I actually got rid of my copy during this time. You know, I tried to play. I was like, oh, this game is horrible. And I thought it was better back in the day when I played it, but it's really not. I mean, they had a lot of good ideas with it, but they just weren't put down well. It's better than its prequel game, which is X-Blades, but still not a very good game. And still someone trying to charge a little bit of money for $149 for it, brand new and sealed. The sealed bracket is definitely some hardcore collectors there. This guy's charging $119 for his. Yeah, but definitely not a good game. But probably will stay up there in price because it didn't sell well. So that pretty much means it only has 1 print run. How many prints are out there? We don't really know. Alright, so Knight's Contract. This one was high up there before the whole PlayStation Store happened. Thankfully, I found a copy of this one. I got lucky and found this at the pawn shop because every local GameStop that allegedly had it for $5 at the time, because it was going for $5 at GameStop, they were all sold out. And then copies on eBay at the time were going for like $70. So it's pretty much winded down, thankfully. This is Gamer Republic's last game before they folded. They are the creators of Folklore, Genji, and Majin in the Forsaken Kingdom, which we'll get to in a bit. But I ended up getting this for around $15. Will this stay up there in price? Yeah, it'll probably stay around like 50-ish or whatever like that, you know, depending on what condition it's in. It's a pretty good game. You know, it's sad that Gamers Republic wasn't able to get this game to make any money for them, but still, people will kind of remember what they did in the gaming community and they'll appreciate it. So, but yeah, I don't think this will be any higher than really the $50. I mean, people are charging $65 for just a brand new and sealed one, but yeah, it'll kind of keep its regular retail. Then we have House of Dead Overkill. This one is one that I feel like is going to be valuable in the future. A lot of people haven't caught on to it yet. I feel like it's a very well done rail shooter, one of the best of its kind. Very gritty. Obviously, they tried to copy the Grindhouse feel for it, and it's hilarious. And if you kind of keep up with the House of the Dead lore, G from the first game is one of the main characters in the game, so it's pretty cool. But this series is allegedly supposed to take place before the House of the Dead series, so think of it as a prequel in a way. Next up, we have Majin in the Forsaken Kingdom. This one is a really unique game. This is by Gamers Republic. I think it's by Gamers Republic. I could be wrong about that, but either way, this one's always been like an awkward one to find. Namco published this one, and I would call it a hidden gem for the 7th gen. It's definitely something that people might want to try. Always more expensive than the 360 version usually. That's just the way the 7th gen is played out. It's really strange, except maybe for Bayonetta or something like that. But very solid game, very unique. You won't see too many creative ideas like this anymore in games. And going for $75, you know, it's really up to you. I would hope people will be able to find it for a cheaper price, but you know, it's probably gonna stay around this price because it didn't sell well, unfortunately. Castlevania Lords of Shadow Collection. So very important, people need to know about this game. This game is Castlevania Lords of Shadow, the regular edition. The only thing they changed obviously was the cover and the disc art. The disc art looks different, but the codes, the DLC is not embedded on the disc. The game comes with DLC codes, so if you buy a loose copy of this, you might not be, the codes might not be valid for you to download Castlevania Lords of Shadow, the DS game, which I forgot what that was called right now for some reason. But if you do decide to pick this one up, make sure you get a sealed copy. But you can see sealed copies are going for $139. Let's see, $129 and so on. But yeah, if you're going for it just for a loose copy, just be careful of that. DuckTales Remastered was another one that there was a hike on. This happened back, I think it was in 2018, when the game was taken off the PSN store and people started to panic. So people started buying up copies, and you start seeing it go for like $80 to $100 on eBay. That died down, of course, when it got put back on the PSN. But this is one of those unique games that we were lucky to get. You know, WayForward worked on this. They got a lot of the original voice actors back from the DuckTales anime series. Not anime series, cartoon series. But I just feel like it's a very unique game, and it's just very well done. I actually like it better than the original game. People will probably get mad at me for saying that, but I do. I think it's cool, and especially it's cool how you could jump in the money bin to like in a part of the game. So pretty cool stuff. This one, I feel like it'll. I'm not sure, honestly. It's kind of hard to say, unfortunately. I was hoping they would have remastered DuckTales 2, but $40 for it. I mean, that's about what it went for when it came out. So it might stay that way for a while, but who knows? You never know with certain stuff. So I know it'll at least hold that value, but for how long? Atelier Shelley. I actually recently got this game, and thank goodness too. I was so happy about that. This one is going up. This is the last game for the PS3 of the series. I think it's called the Dusk Trilogy or whatever like that. But it's the third game in the Dusk Trilogy, and also the most expensive. Actually, as we're looking at this one right here for $45 is missing a cover. But it has the manual and disc. This one, I believe, that we're looking at here, it might be the Japanese version. Let's take a look at this limited version real fast. So, no, it's allegedly the American version. That's going for $100, but we're looking for the American copy. Let's see what that's going for. That's the PAL version, $60. The American one around $70. Yeah. Not sure if it'll keep that by $85, but that's the PAL version here. Lots of PAL versions. I'm not seeing too many American copies on here. Oh, here's one. Complete with disc, case, and manual. This one's going for $50. So, wow. Right on with this one. Okay. There's a decent price for it. But if you can get it cheaper, obviously go for that. But what it comes down to, I think it'll kind of like go up. It'll probably be around $70, $80 or whatnot. The series is very popular, but who knows? Alright, so next up we have Persona 4 Ultimax. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Yeah, anything Persona is like pretty high right now, and it took a while for these games to go up in price. Arena kind of stayed where it was at, but Ultimax kind of took off a few months ago. You see someone asking for $119 here, $82 here, but that's beat up copy. Jesus, people ask for some crazy prices for stuff. Let's see another price one. This one's $75, disc only, $119. So yeah, this one's definitely gone up in price. Yep, and it'll pretty much stay there for a complete copy. I'm not sure if this one sold too well, so I'm not sure how many copies might be out there. But is it worth the price? It really depends on you if you like fighting games. You know, you like fighting games, you're hardcore, it might be for you. The 360 version is, I think, a lot cheaper, but I could be wrong because it's not backwards compatible with the Xbox One. So, but if it ever becomes backwards compatible with the Xbox One, it will increase in price. But yeah, it really depends if you want this game. If you're a fighting fan, I think it'll stay at this price. It's not going to go down. And last but game is probably the most expensive game in America on the PS3. I got this back, I want to say when it first came out. I got it off Amazon. I thought it was exclusive to Amazon, but it actually came out at Target as well. My buddy Kyle told me about it. He said, yeah, there was a bunch at Target, and he picked one up, but not like there was a bunch of them, but it was there for sale. and he picked one up. But this game, I mean, it must have had the lowest print run ever because it went up in price, and I'm pretty sure most of the copies you see, if we see any on eBay, are unopened because nobody opened it who bought it. So I'm like the only one to probably open my copy of it. But Siberia Collection is the first 2 games. They're available on the PSN for download as well. But the American version, I guess, is just didn't have that many. The PAL version is a lot cheaper. But what we're going to do here, we're going to go to completed listings for it and see what the American version sold for. So one guy sold his brand new and sealed for $270 pretty much. You see one here went for $506 with bids. Man, Jesus Christ, dude. $1,000 here? Jesus, man. These people are going like crazy. No, I'm not going to sell my copy, but damn, this is tempting though. Look at this. This is insane. But wow, we're seeing some open copies here. So I guess some people open their copy of it. But if you like point and click games, the Siberia Collection, I've been a fan of it for years. It's not very popular with a lot of people. They have the 4th game coming out here pretty soon, which I'm hoping it'll be a physical on the PS4. The creator of the series, actually, he recently just passed away. And luckily, he was able to get his work out on the 4th game. So I think that was really, really sad. He's not going to really see it out there when it's for sale and how people react to it. But yeah, this is a really good series he's done over the years, and I'm glad he got to do part 3 finally, even though a lot of people didn't like it except me. But yeah, these are going for money, and this is way before the store was allegedly closing. So if you have this in your possession, you might want to think about like probably putting it out there for sale because it looks like it's selling. But actually my buddy Kyle, he said he was going to sell his American copy, which I think he did, and he's just going to buy the PAL version because they're pretty much the same game, just except the rating sticker is different on the disc and the case. That's it. That's the only difference. But anyways, guys, this video has gone on too long. I just wanted to kind of talk about this stuff. I wanted to wait a while before I talked about it because I kind of knew this was going to happen with the prices. But I did a series called Before They're Gone, and you guys might want to check it out. And I talked about a lot of games in that series before these games were going up in price. So you definitely might want to take a look at it. I'll leave a link in the description on those videos. And thanks everybody for watching. Radical Reggie, and I will see you all later.